this time of year in the South? Perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Off-play action. Peterson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Peterson. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's swung out wide to Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Peterson. This one to Slayton over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. It's a big play there for Atlanta. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's brought down. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the...
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Peterson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Now Locke. Escaping the pressure right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. Locke off of play action. Rolling to his right. Complete to Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll still have a 3rd and goal now despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Locke now on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Peterson. Oh, wide open. Complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. On 1st down, Pollard. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. Now it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Peterson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Block working out of the gun. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look. 6 DBs. Throwing now is Locke. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
Let's go, let's go!
Play action. Peterson. Touchdown. It's complete. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14.
Falcons 14. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll roll him out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Locke now on 1st down. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Shotgun snap to Locke. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw it is Locke. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Miller. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So a nice catch right there. And this receiving core, without their number 1 wideout, keep that in mind. He's inactive this week, though it shouldn't be a long-term absence.
And I would think, partner, that this is where an offensive coordinator believes he can solve the problem by spreading the ball around. Because anytime you lose your number 1 guy, it's obviously a blow to your offense. But this is also an opportunity to say, hey, they can't focus on trying to stop one guy. Keep spreading it around. The last part, each one of those receivers, they believe they're the number 1 guy.
Touchdown, Falcons! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Bass on for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Peterson. Flushed out right. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on first down, Peterson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Jones running left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff, now Locke. Out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They look to throw. It's Locke. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Play action. Now it's Locke. He'll find Jones again. Complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Locke looks to throw it again. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The reception good for 7. It's third down. To throw. Peterson. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Locke. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Steps away. Got a man complete to Miller. And all the way down to the 9. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Again, it's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Peterson. Swinging this out for Pollard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Three quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Peterson. Throws right side, and that's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Buccaneers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Here's Locke to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Locke. Dancing to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
2nd and 10. Locke gonna throw. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep this time for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Locke again. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are right back in this football game. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now this series could very well determine our outcome.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a play fake here on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great play there. 32 yards.
And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Lock now on first down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
On first and 10, here's Locke. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Locke. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Jones with a carry on first down, but I don't think he even made it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense all over that one.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Locke. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
They'll run on first down. Jones. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ronald Jones, 26 yards. And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Connects with Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll look to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Sanders now to add the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
That's a pick, boy. That's a pick.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
On first down, Jones. And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play of this football game.